It seems Princess Beatrice's wedding is destined for disaster as the royals' big day is hit by yet another massive setback. The princess is due to marry her fiancé Edoardo Mappelli Mazzi, after the property tycoon proposed in September while on romantic weekend trip to Italy. The pair began dating in autumn 2018 and the elder Princess of York is set to inherit the Italian title of Nobile Donna or Contessa from Mazzi's father, Count Alessandro Mappelli Mazzi, when the couple eventually tie the knot. Beatrice, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh's granddaughter, is ninth in line to the throne, and cousin of the Duke of Cambridge and the Duke of Sussex. Only the first 6 people in the line of succession have to obtain the Queen's permission to marry, but it is likely the monarch would have been among the first to be told by her granddaughter of the impending nuptials. Beatrice will be following in the footsteps of her younger sister Eugenie by getting married. Eugenie was treated to glittering, star-studded wedding at St. George's Chapel, Windsor Castle in October 2018. Bea had planned to tie the knot at Chapel Royal of St James's Palace in London in front of 150 guests, before reception at the Queen's London residence. But the fairytale wedding of her dreams seems long way off as her big day seems cursed as she faces setback after setback. Heartbroken ex-Edoardo, known as Edo to friends, was engaged to successful architect Dara Huang just before he met Beatrice. He popped the question to mother of his son Christopher Wolfie Wolf 3 years before meeting the princess. But the property tycoon left the mother of his former fiancé broken to pieces when their relationship ended and he started dating Beatrice. Talented architect Dara, successful businesswoman who has her own design company, hadn't told all her family about their split and her mother Lily didn't know about the separation until the news hit the papers. General election. When the couple announced the news of their engagement, the nation waited for date to be set. But at the end of October snap general election was called, and royal announcements are not made during an election period. Queen's schedule. When picking date, the couple had to contend with the Queen's schedule and make sure to fit it around her pre-booked arrangements such as Royal Ascot and Trooping the Colour in June. Her Maj's official birthday is also on the second Saturday in June, which meant the entire month was pretty much written off. It would have been very important to Beatrice to fit the wedding into the Queen's schedule as the two are said to be very close. Eco was even invited to Sandringham last year to spend Christmas with the royals. The honor was unprecedented as invites to the festivities are usually only extended to married couples and family members. Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Princess Beatrice was said to be furious when she was allegedly forced to postpone her wedding over ongoing issues with Prince Andrew. The big way was put on hold due to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal that engulfed her dad Prince Andrew, sources said. The Queen is said to have twice pushed back date for Beatrice to marry Edo. According to sources, the delay was to Beatrice's father Andrew being embroiled in the paedophile financier scandal. In further upheavals to their wedding plans, the couple changed their venue from the Guards Chapel at St James's Park after the Duke of York announced he would be suspending ties with military associations. According to The Sun, an insider said Queen plans to use the wedding as chance to put on united front. Earlier this year, the source said, the decision has been delayed repeatedly because of all the issues, but finally they have something that seems to work and barring any problems that should be when it goes ahead. Snubbed by telly bosses following her dad's car crash Newsnight interview, telly bosses decided they would be snubbing Beatrice's wedding. ITV had run 3-hour special for her sister's wedding, but they, along with the BBC, confirmed they would not be covering her big day as anything more than news item. Coronavirus. Princess Beatrice was forced to cancel her wedding reception at Buckingham Palace this week because of the coronavirus outbreak. She is due to wed in May, after finally settling on date. However, the pandemic has forced them to scale back their plans. The Queen was due to give private reception to the couple in the gardens of Buckingham Palace after their wedding, however this has now been axed. A spokesman said smaller private ceremony may still go ahead, however some are speculating the May 29 nuptials could be pushed back due to COVID-19. The couple said they are aware of official advice around the well-being of older family members, following the government's announcement that over 70s in particular should avoid social contact. A Buckingham Palace spokesperson said, Princess Beatrice and Mr. Mapelli are very much looking forward getting married but are equally aware of the need to avoid undertaking any unnecessary risks in the current circumstances. In line with government advice for the UK and beyond, the couple are reviewing their arrangements for the 29th of May. They are particularly conscious of government advice in relation to both the well-being of older family members and large gatherings of people. Therefore, the planned reception in the Buckingham Palace Gardens will not take place. The couple will carefully consider government advice before deciding whether private marriage might take place amongst small group of family and friends. Ito's stranded family concerns have been raised about Ito's parents potentially not being able to fly into the UK for the wedding as strict travel bans are put in place in the UK and across the EU. An insider told the Daily Telegraph although there is no suggestion that Italy will remain in lockdown until the end of May, obviously, the whole thing does cast doubt over the guest list. Axed guest listing final devastating blow this week. The Church of England announced the number of people attending church weddings during the coronavirus crisis should be limited to the legal minimum of 5. This would mean only the priest, the bride and groom and 2 witnesses would be allowed to the royal wedding, axing B's guest list of list pals, the royal family and Ito's family. Beatrice and Eduardo join the many couples facing wedding planning crisis this spring and summer as they are advised to have private ceremonies and live stream receptions instead.